What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show for episode 86 of our Madden 24 Philadelphia Eagles franchise mode here on the channel. Well, the Eagles, they find themselves, of course, the first seed here in the playoffs. Archie Manning is coming off of an Offensive Player of the Week, 5 passing TDs, 300 passing yards, 20 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown. So a 6 TD performance there. Look at that, good old Jalen Hurts. Haven't seen him in a while, but look at him being productive with the Broncos. Coming in this week, we're taking on the dual threat, right? We're taking on some quarterback, apparently. QB dual threat QB. I don't know who we're taking on, actually. We're just talking about... I'm coming in this one blind right now. I don't know what we're talking about. We're playing the 49ers. Gotcha. I guess they're a dual threat QB. I don't think Brock Purdy's dual threat, but alright, whatever. Brock Purdy, 94 overall. They got Malik Willis back there as well, and Holden Garner. Christian McCaffrey is their starting running back. They got Casey Christmas backup. They do have a fullback. They have Brandon Ayuk, Debo still. They got Mylan Graham, Tyree, Kearney, and Simpson Jr. They still got George Kittle at the tight end position right there. They got Josiah Thompson at left tackle. Aaron Banks at left guard. Center is going to be a 66 overall. Cliff Patton at right guard, and Goodwin at right tackle. They still have Chase Young here on the team, as well as Nick Bosa. They're the defensive ends. D tackles, Nathan Pickering and Javon Kinlaw. Okay, no more Javon Hargrave here. They got Gaynor, Fred Warner, Dumaj Johnson, and Dre Greenlaw going to be the linebacking core. They got Jordan Hancock, Chadarius Ward, Banks, and Pruitt at corner. Kalen Bullock and Hufanga at safety, as well as Jake Moody still rocking back there, as well as Mitch Wisnowski for the special teams unit. Okay, that makes so their center, Jake Levingood, who is a 73 overall, still not much better. Yeah, he is out for the week with a high ankle sprain. Gotcha. So that makes it feel a little better that this Niners team isn't just rocking with a 66 overall center. I mean, with the amount of players that they have to pay on this damn team, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. You gotta think, they gotta pay Brock, they gotta pay George, Christian, Debo, Ayuk, Chase, Nick, Hufanga. I mean, there's a lot of players. That's not even talking about Dre Greenlaw or Fred Warner. There is a lot of players that they have to pay on this team. But here we go. Take a look, make sure no one is hurt for this Eagles defense right now. And I know I talk about it all the time that, hey, the Eagles defense there is a ton of depth on this Eagles team. You got to think our cornerback 4 is a 75 overall. Our cornerback 6 is a 72, or cornerback 5 is a 72. So these are, some teams, these are starting corners overalls. High ankle sprain there for A.J. Brown. He's going to be out for the week. That's going to be brutal for the offense, especially because if he's out next week, too, I don't think he hits 1,000 yards. He is just under 1,000 yards, I believe. But Kobe Black right here, I actually undersold Kobe Black, how good he is. He is not a 75 overall cornerback 4. He is an 81 overall cornerback 4, 78 if you don't want to count the boosts right there. But getting into this week, Brandon Ayuk here for the 49ers, Archie Manning. Good old Archie Manning for the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, hey, the Eagles were in a position where they didn't want to rock out long term with Zach Wilson and Jalen Hurts, and they did a lot of moves right there to get Archie Manning, and hey, he has done wonders for this organization. But here we go. The Eagles are ready to take the field here at the link, and the Niners, they don't have I don't want to say the best record here at the link. Kyle Shanahan, I mean, he's a fraud. Let's just be honest. Let's just say Kyle Shanahan for who Kyle Shanahan is. He is an absolute fraud out there. There is not a player, there is not a coach that is more of a fraud than Kyle Shanahan. You gotta think Kyle Shanahan's offense cost the Falcons a Super Bowl. You gotta think Kyle Shanahan's team, has choked in 2 Super Bowls already against the Chiefs. Like, it's not good. Not good right there, but big sack down, third down, makes it a 4th and long. Now here comes Archie Manning and the Eagles. Will Shipley's got a running lane here, and Shipley pops off for a good 15-yard run. First carry of the game, went for 15-yarderinos for that Philadelphia Eagles offense. Just got to get this offense moving. Archie dropping back on 2nd and 6 and burnt like toast. Look at that. No A.J. Brown, no problem. They decided they wanted to press the Slim Reaper. He just took his soul right there. Not even a contest. Let's go, Devontae. That's what I like to see. 1st and goal here from the 4, handoff McCaffrey. He just walked that one in. Yeah, there wasn't... I mean, sure, the O-line here isn't the greatest. There's no Trent Williams-type characters, but they pushed when they needed to push. Will Shipley walks into the end zone as well. So Shipley just continues his dominant season here. He is getting up there for top 10 rushing touchdown seasons. He might have a shot at, beating LaDainian Tomlinson. Here we go, 3rd and 8, screen pass, not a little screen pass, a little dump down pass, a little drag route. Dallas Goedert gets it, bounces off one tackle, takes it to the 10-yard line there. So Dallas Goedert keeping the Eagles in it. Here we go, 2nd and goal, and Shipley walks it in again. 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, at least for Will Shipley. You like to see that right there for the young fella. And there you go, big victory here for the Eagles. Not many highlights. The play by the moments wanted to give us. Shanahan looking real silly out there. But there you go, big victory here for Philadelphia. I love to see that one right there. There you go, he's going to dap up the opponents. Show some respect there, why don't you? Archie, you like to see that. Manning 333, 3 touchdowns on the game. Not too shabby at all. Let's see. Shipley, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. Only 67 yards. Not the greatest. Let's see. Ricky Pearsall, 104 yards, led the team. 89 from Goddard. Touchdown from Devontae, Dallas, and Alvin Kamara all receiving. No sacks allowed. Lane Johnson led the team in pancakes with 7. Tackles led by Jeremiah Trotter with 9 on the day. We had Nolan Smith, 3 TFLs. Sack and a half from Jalen Carter. Half sack from Reed, Eli Ricks, and Nolan Smith. No interceptions on the day. Elliott was perfect from the extra point mark. 2 punts from Stonehouse, averaging 52 a punt. Not too shabby. 1 kick return there for Britton Covey at 25 yards. And no punt returns here for good old Britton Covey. So, hey, I get it. After the game, look at that. Nakobe Dean is getting himself an upgrade there. Nakobe Dean going to upgrade that run stopper ability. Make him an 87 overall linebacker. And, yeah, he kind of the forgotten linebacker on this team. Just he gets overshadowed by, so many other players. Reed's broken out, as a linebacker. How good Jeremiah's been in the middle. And then you got the defensive line. Yeah, he's like the forgotten Georgia player. He went from like that team captain that brings in that offense to being utterly forgotten out there on the field. But we got to do better to scheme him in, I think, for next season. But there you go, Archie Manning, Offensive Player of the Week last week. I mean, it's hard to do that when you get, look at that, 333, lots of threes. 333, 3 touchdowns, 3 carries, 3 rushing yards. Dude's a monster right there. Absolutely killed it. But here we go. Final week of the season, week 18. Can the Eagles go 17-0? Can they be the first team to go 17-0 in NFL history? I mean, as you see, we're not really playing the games here, so we have a chance to lose for the AI. Drake May is the starting QB. Davis Mills is their backup right there. Good old Davis Mills. They got Edwards at running back there, as well as Trey Sanders. They got Clancy at fullback. Let's see, Chris Olave. They have Elijah Moore, Laviska Shenault, Thornton, Warner, and Juwan Johnson, the tight end. But Lawson Lukey is actually the starting tight end. Ronnie Staley is their left tackle. Will Hernandez is their left guard. Center's going to be Eric McCoy. John Runyon is going to be their right guard, and Ryan Ramczyk is their right tackle. Zach Harrison and Carl Granderson are going to be the defensive ends. Brian Breezy and David Onyemata are going to be in the middle right there. Devin Jackson's on the left side. Jawan Bentley and Kalen DeLoach are going to be in the middle. And Pete Werner's going to be on the right. That's going to be the linebacking core. They got Marshawn Lattimore, Adebo, Damani Jackson, Eric Stokes, and Julian Humphreys going to be their corners. Shiloh Sanders, the Shadar's brother, and Marcus May going to be their safeties. Jason Sanders and Tressway going to be their special teams unit here in the city of New Orleans. So that's going to be a pretty formidable special teams unit. You know, Tressway did a lot of good things for the Commanders when he was a commander there. So that's not a bad special teams unit at all. But how we got to stop this team? Well, we're just going to take away the passing attack. The Eagles defense is great against the run. Just prevent them from passing the damn ball. Here we go. How we going to stop them offensively? They are a bottom 25 team in stopping the pass. So, guess what we're going to do? We're going to freaking pass on them. It's the only thing that makes the most amount of sense here. You want to pass on a team that can't stop the damn pass. Makes sense to me, right? Makes sense probably to everyone here on how you want to stop teams that, can't freaking pass. But here we go. No one's going to be hurt on offense there. Defensively, come on. No injuries, big fellas. We need everyone to be ready to rock and roll. Just get in there and just get themselves, just healthy. Go 17-0. That would be a great feat right there for any team in the NFL. Just go 17-0. You'd love to see that right there. But everyone's healthy right there. A lot of players going to get some upgrades this week. A couple players got 2 upgrades. So Jackson Powers Johnson, one of those players that got 2 upgrades this week. Pass protectors an 86. And to make that an 87 overall pass protector right there for our starting center. Cooper Cousins also got 2 upgrades right there. The rookie swing tackle guard hybrid. He's number 55 for the season. I get it. That's Brandon Graham's number. He'll have a different number going into next season. That's more offensive lineman. It's not an Eagles legend number. We have Alex Capobianco right there, backup center. 75 overall backup center. There are teams that don't have a 75 overall starting center, and we have a 75 overall backup center. That's just how good this Eagles team is. Archie Manning, just a straight 99 overall, now 99 overall strong arm. Dude's killing it. Jordan Mailata, come on, the Thunder from down under. You gotta get him. 93 overall, he's a 96 with the team play there. Will Shipley, that dude's come into his own right now, his own accord. 89 overall, elusive back. Wyatt Teller here, probably not going to be with the team next season. 90 overall, though, right guard. Justin Scott, here we go, 79 overall. Make that an 80 overall DT3. Unless Eric Armstead has a higher overall than him. I don't believe so. Donovan Jackson, backup right guard. He's a 77 overall, 78 with that morale boost right there. Good old Donovan Jackson. Michael Juergens. Remember Michael Juergens? He started a few games, so that's number 60 right here. Michael Juergens, 78 overall backup left guard. I think offensive line's going to need a lot of upgrades going into the offseason because I think we're going to lose a lot of our depth guys like Jackson and Juergens. Cody Mouch right here. He's going to be a 76 overall right guard, kind of a swing guard center kind of guy we brought in to be, third string for a lot of these players. Tom Griffith right here, backup left tackle. I think he's also on the last year of his contract for being a rookie. But here we go. Devontae Smith on the season, 1,100 yards, 76 catches, 16 touchdowns. Goddamn. That is a lot of freaking touchdowns there for a wide receiver. Especially because you got to think Archie Manning is splitting time between Devontae and AJ. And just to get one of them 16 touchdowns, that is a lot of touchdowns for any one player. But here we go. The Saints are taking the field. The Eagles, thankfully, are going to finish off the season at home. A very nice, easy way for the Eagles to end the 2027 season. But you got to think, we are, 4 seasons deep into this series, right? Only 4 seasons, which is shocking because we are 86 episodes deep. That's only 4 seasons. But you got to think, the first 2 full seasons, it's 17 episodes, 18 episodes per season. So, it makes sense. But here we go. 3rd and goal from the 2. Bend, don't break defense. Big stop right there in the backfield. Nakobe Dean, we're talking about how he's a little bit forgotten about right there. But Nakobe Dean came up clutch on that stop. Hold him to the field goal. Hand off to Shipley. Shipley just walks it into the end zone there. There you go, big fella. Big old Will Shipley touchdown. He continues his historic season here in 2027. Killer season there for Will Shipley. But Will Shipley, he's honestly a good go-to. Handoff again to Will Shipley here, 1st and goal, and he bounces off a tackle there. Ends up in the end zone yet again for another touchdown here on the game. So there you go, Will Shipley keeps the energy going. Up 21-6 now. Manning drops back. Manning underneath pass there. That's going to be caught and taken down early is going to be Luke Leachy, the tight end. Now from the 11, 3rd and goal. Here we go. That's a screen pass there and blown up as Devontae Smith. More of a wide receiver screen. I just could not advance the ball quick enough. But down at the 9. So easy field goal there for Jake Elliott. 24-6 the score now. Manning going to hit his tight end Luke Leachy again. Leachy down at the 15, or I call it the 16-yard line. And that's going to be this nice little 1st down there for the Eagles. So the Eagles 3rd and 3 from the 9-yard line. Here we go. That one's going to be underneath route. Brendan Rice somehow steps out of bounds at the 1. Couldn't cut up the field correctly, I guess. I'm not sure what the hell happened there. But that's going to set up another Will Shipley touchdown. He tried to go to the outside. He had the block in front of him, so he just cuts to the inside, finds the gap, and just shoots it right there. So a big touchdown there for Will Shipley. 2nd and 2, and that's me Max Borghi getting the touchdown right there. Remember we signed Max Borghi a couple seasons ago, like a 3-year deal to be running back 4? Yeah, he gets himself a rushing touchdown, this guy. I feel like people forget about him. Because I don't really use him that often because we just don't. But there you go, Max Borghi gets the touchdown there. And yeah, Nick Sirianni wins this one easily. 38-13 is the final score. And the Eagles are going to be the first team in NFL history to go 17-0. Now, it's not over yet. 17-0 doesn't mean anything if you don't win the Super Bowl. So Shipley had 3 touchdowns. Borghi had 1 touchdown. 5 carries, 25 yards, 5 yards a carry there for Borghi. Not too shabby. 89 yards from Devontae Smith led the team. 33 yards, a touchdown there from A.J. Brown. 1 sack allowed by Landon. 10 pancakes from Jordan led the team. Defensively, tackles led by Jeremiah Trotter with 9. All solo, too, by the way. Dude's a menace out there. 2 TFLs led the team from Reed Blankenship. 1 sack from Jordan Davis. That's it for the entire game. 1 pick by Eli Ricks. So there you go. Good old Eli Ricks here out of Alabama. Elliott was perfect, 5-5, and he had 1 field goal on the day as well. So he's just as much as this win as anyone else on the team. So good old Ryan Stonehouse did his thing. Luke Leachy had a kick return, which means he had an onside kick return. Yeah, it's the only way we'd have a goddamn kick return is if it's an onside kick. Will Shipley, after the game, gets himself an upgrade there. So now he is in the 90 overall club here for elusive back. 95 right there with the morale boost. So you like to see that there for Will Shipley as his historic season just keeps getting on better. To wrap the season up, 4,600 yards, 43 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for Archie Manning on the season. Not a very good season for Archie. Now Will Shipley, 1,500 yards, 30 touchdowns for Will Shipley. 2 for Alvin Kamara, 1 for Manning, 1 for Borghi, 1 for Leachy. Gotcha. 1,213 yards for A.J. Brown, 11 touchdowns. 1,210 for Devontae, 16 touchdowns. 10 for Goddard on 746. Rice, only 3 touchdowns this year on 724 yards. Let's see. Sacks allowed, 6 from Lane led the team. Let's see. Anyone? Jordan had 417 games. Drake Jackson. Jeremiah Trotter led the team with 122 tackles. Good for Jeremiah Trotter. He had his breaking out season this year in year 4. I do love to see that there. Travis Hunter did his thing. TFL's 22 from Jalen Carter. He also had 22 sacks right there. 11.5 there from Nolan Smith behind him. Hassan had 10.5, not bad at all. Jordan Davis had 5.5. 4 picks from Keely Ringo, 3 from Sidney Brown, 2 from Eli, 2 from Dez, 1 from Reed, Jeremiah, Travis on the season. Elliott only missed 1 extra point and was 13 for 13 on field goals, so he was perfect on the season. You like to see that there for Jake, but that is kind of what you want to see out of your guy. Only 32 punts on the season for Ryan Stonehouse, so that's not even 2 punts a game, so he did great work out there. Covey 213 on kick return yards. You can definitely see it fell off when we stopped using him. Yeah, no more 5 touchdown seasons there for Britton Covey, which is super duper unfortunate there because he was fun to use her. There you go, look at that. Will Shipley, he surpasses LaDainian Tomlinson for the most touchdowns in a single season with 30. So there you go. Damian had 28. Will Shipley had 30 on the season. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, hit that like button, comment down below, text on YouTube. Though, peace out, rock on, stay super classy, and stay tuned for next week for our next episode of our Madden 24 franchise mode as we look to play on one of these teams in the playoffs next week. So, yeah.